What's up, guys? In this episode, we're building some Reignmaker lineups. Let's go. All right, so this upcoming event, UFC Fight Night, who knows what number? It was originally on no, not Andrade. She was the replacement. Blanchfield versus Talia Santos, and Andrade. Kudos to her stepping up last minute. I think it was just a couple weeks before this fight, if not days. I'm not exactly sure, but um, props to freaking Andrade stepping up because Blanchfield is no joke, and Andrade is on a bit of a hot streak, especially after her last fight, after she beat the crap out of Lauren Murphy, and to put that at jeopardy to take a short notice fight to Blanchfield. A bit of mixed feelings on that, but it was meant to happen. It's meant to happen, and it's about to go down. Other than that, kind of a crappy fight card, but there's still opportunity to make money. So let's build some Rainmaker lineups. I'm looking at the rare and the elite tiers. The cores, they're so cheap that looking for value is not too important. You'll start understanding that as I go on. But let's start with the elite tier. So these prices are all updated as of Thursday night, February 16th, 10 o'clock, 10:19 to be exact. Updated prices according to the market. And I have this value score, which is a reflection on the fighter's projection, win percentage, and price, obviously. These projections are from stochastic.com, the premium content. Highly recommend that. I do adjust them according to the numbers just for consistency. So, elite lineups, the price pool this week, it's a non-pay-per-view fight, so the price pools for rare and elite are 25,000, so substantial downgrade in the price pool. So that means something got to give. There should be less entries, or the average prices of these cards should be less. So taking a look at an average elite lineup that you'll build based off of 2 elite cards and 3 rares, average $118.23. And that's being nice because these lines I have, these black lines, are tiers according to win percentage. I feel like win percentage is the most important thing. It's not the only important thing. I don't want to say, I'm hesitant to say the most important because I don't want to get you guys to be tunnel vision on just looking at win percentage. But I do believe inside the distance percentage and if they have a grappling advantage or not is important. Ceilings are important as well, especially in these contests where these Rainmaker contests is a bit of a mixture of a cash and GPP mixture when you really think about it. So I do have tier a win percentage. So Myra Bueno Silva at 80% uh, win percentage is at a tier on her own. And then these next 6 fighters, it ranges from 72 to 66. Below that, next 3, 60 to 54. Next 2, 51.48, and so on and so on. So I have them blocked off in tiers. This red line, anything below that, I feel like it's too much of a risk to buy their card. They have to be a super valuable value play, basically free to play any of those cards because you don't want to play them for the fear of ruining your lineups. There's very little room for error in this Rainmaker contest. You basically need, even having 5 winners, you're at risk of losing. You pretty much need 6 winners. So, with that said, where were we? I'm just looking at everything above this red line. Basically, Xing out anything below the red line, unless it's a super deal. So, looking at everything above the red line, we're looking at values on the elite cards. So we're looking at this right here. Where does value stick out? And I like to play my captain to be a sure win. So my captain, I like to have him or her a 66% chance of win or above. That's a 2-to-1 favorite or above. I'm comfortable with those win odds as my captain because you definitely do not want to goof up your captain spot. So you want that to be a pretty much sure win. So I'm looking at values here at my 66% win percentage and up. And the value that sticks out here is Philip Linz. He's priced at $48. He's valued at 0.997, almost at a 1. He's priced at $48. He has a 66.6% chance of winning 666. Inside the distance is pretty low at 38, but we're mostly looking for that safe win here. And at $48, he's pretty cheap to have him at that higher tiered win possibility percentage. So we can add $48. I have it all added up here already. I have Philip Lenz, Elite. That would be our captain. Let's see. Now I'm looking at anything above this red. This is our second Elite card. We do want a cheaper card here because remember you need 2 Elite cards. And you want that second one to be a super value so you can save money. Although you're not budgeted in Reignmaker contests, you do want to budget yourself because overpaying for the cards, like getting, say you get a Silva Elite, Carpenter Elite, and then go Zach Rare, Fletcher Rare, Jamal Rare, that's gonna be pretty pricey, and the juice isn't worth the squeeze. The risk is just too high. This also brings into the idea of your risk tolerance. If you really want to risk it, pay what does that look like? 80, that looks like almost like $300 to submit a lineup, a $300 lineup. Go for it, knock yourself out. But I'm being modest here, I'm being very conservative, and I want to stay below the budget that what I consider is should I be playing this or should I just go play a regular DFS contest that's worth more of my money? I get more bang for my buck. I'm looking for value here. I'm trying to play it smart, if you know what I mean. So, playing it smart, staying under that budget, we're looking at the cheapest possible decent lineup that can win, but we wanted to pay the cheapest possible because you're not guaranteed uh, winning lineup if you just get all the top fighters. You have a good chance, but you're also paying the price. So moving on, the second elite card that sticks out is we have Evan Elder at $15. He just makes the cut at 39% win percentage. That is a bit risky, but he does make the cut. He does fall into the criteria that I put up. 22% win percentage. If you're not comfortable with him, you can move up a little more. We also have Marcin, who's at a 48% win percentage, but sticking to Elder at $15. And then our rares. See, this is where we can really spend up. This is where I stick to 66% win percentage and up, no matter what with the rares, because relatively paying lower price compared to the elites. We still want to look for that value, but we don't mind paying up for the rare. So looking at the rare, the values we see are Pogus and Hernandez. So those 2 guys. And then who was the last guy I picked was Myra Buena Silva at $17 because she's also valued pretty decently at 0.864. So an elite Philip Lenz, an elite Evan Elder, and then a rare Hernandez, a rare Pogus. Is that how you say his name? Jamal Pogies, and then a rare Myra Buena Silva. That brings our total for that lineup as of Thursday night, 10 o'clock p.m. That brings the total of that lineup to $104, which is really good because if you look at the numbers, the price pool is at 25,000. The average ticket to enter, the average you're gonna be paying, considering the averages of these cards, the price of these cards is $118 with rake, adding in rake because Reignmaker Draftkings always adds rake to wet their beak. It would be at 20% rake, would be at 141. So The max entries we're looking at with those numbers to have a budget of $141 is $200, 211 entries. We're at 204, so we're pretty much gonna surpass that. So I'm gonna take a look at it again where the entries are at and see if that 104 is still true, because we do have a $40 cushion basically with the rake. We do have a $40 cushion, but so far it's looking pretty good. And I would recommend building a lineup as of Thursday night tonight. So moving on to rare contests, I'm liking this a little. No, it's pretty much the same. Again, 25,000 k, 25K prize pool. Average ticket to enter based off of the prices of the rares and the commons is $23.83. With the rake is $28.59, and that will give us a max entries of 1,049 entries with a budget of $28.59. Right now we're sitting at 634 entries, so we do have a lot of room to hit that max entry, to ring these numbers true, to have a budget of $28.59. So building a lineup, it's actually very similar fighters, if not actually the same lineup. So Elder is our rare a value play that's above 66%. Lens is our captain at $9.40. Myra Buena Silva, Pogus, and Hernandez. It's looking like those five fighters is a very value play lineup. If you're looking for value, if you're looking for risk, you go top dudes and women's. It all depends on your risk profile, how much you want to put into this. These lineups fall under the salary cap that we're budgeting ourselves. So I like these. I will go with these personally because if I go higher than the budget I'm budgeting myself, I'll just go into the DFS streets and uh, roll the dice on those contests. Otherwise, it's up to you. Do whatever the hell you want. This is just a recommendation for me personally, the way I play it, because I'm looking to make that money. I want my dollar to go the furthest it possibly can, and I suggest that you do the same as well. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time.